Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P0713 refers to an issue with the automatic transmission fluid ATF temperature sensor, specifically indicating that there is an open circuit in the sensor's electrical system. This type of fault usually stems from electrical circuit problems rather than mechanical issues within the transmission itself. The ATF temperature sensor plays a crucial role in monitoring the temperature of the transmission fluid, allowing the Engine Control Module, ECM, or Powertrain Control Module, PCM, to make necessary adjustments to optimize transmission performance and prevent overheating. Failure to detect accurate temperature readings can lead to problems like inadequate shifting or potential damage to the transmission. This guide outlines the necessary troubleshooting steps to accurately diagnose and resolve the DTC P0713 error in the Honda Pilot models spanning 2016 to 2022. The automatic transmission fluid ATF temperature sensor serves a critical function by monitoring the transmission fluid temperature, which is vital for the proper operation of the transmission. This sensor is located within the transmission assembly and is specifically designed to provide temperature data to the Powertrain Control Module, PCM. The PCM uses this information to regulate gear shifts and ensure that the transmission fluid remains within optimal temperature ranges. If the temperature of the fluid rises too high, it can lead to transmission damage or failure. When an open circuit is detected, it signifies that the sensor is not able to send temperature data, prompting the PCM to trigger diagnostic trouble code P0713. Understanding the role and location of the ATF temperature sensor is essential for effective troubleshooting. Several possible causes could lead to the triggering of DTC P0713 in your Honda Pilot. One likely reason is an open circuit in the wiring, which prevents the ATF temperature sensor from relaying temperature data to the PCM. Another possibility is a faulty temperature sensor itself, meaning it might need replacement to restore functionality. Additionally, loose terminals or poor connections can interrupt the flow of information and can be checked easily. It is important to note that mechanical problems within the transmission are typically not related to this error code, as the issue chiefly revolves around electrical connections and sensor integrity. Understanding these causes will help you pinpoint the exact source of the problem during troubleshooting. When DTC P0713 is present, several symptoms may manifest in the vehicle's operation. One common symptom includes noticeable transmission performance issues, wherein the vehicle may exhibit erratic or harsh shifting. This can make driving unpleasant and signal that the transmission isn't functioning correctly. Additionally, the risk of overheating can increase as the sensor is unable to provide accurate temperature readings, which can lead to further complications if not addressed promptly. Furthermore, the check engine light will typically illuminate, prompting the driver to investigate the underlying issue. Recognizing these symptoms is essential for timely intervention to prevent potential damage to the transmission system. In this first step of troubleshooting DTC P0713, you will need to turn the vehicle to the on mode without starting it. This ensures that electronic systems are active for diagnostic testing. Next, with a Honda Diagnostic System HDS scan tool, check the parameters of the ATF temperature sensor. Specifically, you will be assessing whether the voltage reading exceeds 4.93 volts. If the voltage exceeds this threshold, it confirms that the failure is duplicated, allowing you to proceed to the next troubleshooting step. On the other hand, if the current condition does not match this threshold, it indicates an intermittent failure, suggesting that the system may be functioning correctly at that moment. In this case, Checking for poor connections and worn terminals between the ATF temperature sensor and the PCM is advisable. For the second troubleshooting step for DTC P0713, first ensure the vehicle is set to the off lock mode. After this, disconnect the ATF temperature sensor's 2P connector to isolate the sensor from the system. Then, utilizing a jumper wire, connect terminals A and B. Terminal A from the ATF temperature sensor's 2P connector, number 1, and terminal B to the body ground. This connection allows you to ground the sensor and assess its functionality. After establishing the connection, set the vehicle to the on mode. Again, check the ATF temperature sensor values with the HDS. The voltage should be less than 0.07 volts. If it meets this condition, proceed to the next troubleshooting step. If not, move on to step 4. In the third step for troubleshooting DTC P0713, begin by turning the vehicle to off-lock mode once more. Remove the jumper wire that was connecting the terminals from the previous step. Now, you will need to connect terminal A from the ATF temperature sensor's 2P connector number 1 to terminal B of the same connector, referring to its number 2. This step essentially tests the internal signals of the sensor to discern if it is functioning correctly. Turn the vehicle back to the on mode and check the ATF temperature sensor values again through the HDS. The voltage should read less than 0.07 volts. If the condition matches this requirement, it indicates that the ATF temperature sensor is faulty and should be replaced. Should the value not align, it suggests that the sensor is fine and you should repair any open connections within the SG2 wire between the sensor and the PCM. For the final step in troubleshooting DTC P0713, turn the vehicle to off-lock mode again. Start by removing the jumper wire, and then jump the SCS service check signal line using the HDS. Wait for more than 1 minute for an effective test. This action is crucial as it allows for a proper diagnosis of the circuit. After this, disconnect the PCM connector B, which has 51 pins. You will then check for continuity between 2 test points. One at the ATF temperature sensor 2P connector number 1, and another at PCM connector B number 39. Ensure the conditions specified are met, such as the vehicle being off and the connectors of both the ATF sensor and PCM being disconnected. If continuity is present, this indicates that the TATF wire is in good condition. If continuity is lacking, it will require you to repair any open connections in the TATF wire, which runs between the sensor and the PCM. After completing all the necessary repairs for DTC P0713, it's crucial to verify the integrity of the repairs made. Start by clearing the diagnostic trouble code from the vehicle's system. This ensures that any stored codes are erased, allowing for a fresh assessment. Subsequent to clearing the codes, a test drive of the vehicle is essential. This should include varied driving conditions to ensure that the transmission operates correctly without triggering the DTC again. After the test drive, utilize the HDS scan tool once more to scan for any persistent or recurring DTCs. If DTC P0713 does not reappear, it indicates that the repairs were successful, restoring the functionality of the ATF temperature sensor circuit. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P0713, engaging in preventive maintenance is vital. Start by regularly inspecting all wiring associated with the ATF temperature sensor, ensuring that no signs of wear or damage are present. Attention should especially be paid to areas where wires may experience friction or heat exposure. Additionally, check for loose connections and terminals, as these can lead to intermittent signals and false DTC triggers. It is crucial to also monitor the condition of the transmission fluid, as degraded fluid can affect sensor performance. Adopting a proactive maintenance schedule can help maintain the health of the transmission system and prolong the lifespan of related components. In conclusion, addressing DTC P0713 effectively requires a comprehensive understanding of the ATF temperature sensor's role and the associated wiring. Following the specified troubleshooting steps is essential to accurately diagnose the issue, whether it's a faulty sensor or an open circuit in the wiring. By systematically addressing each aspect of the problem, you can ensure that the vehicle's transmission operates correctly. Furthermore, implementing preventive maintenance measures is key to avoiding future complications. Regular checks of wiring and connections, along with monitoring transmission fluid, will help maintain optimal performance and extend the life of the vehicle's transmission system. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.